An extra 2,000 steps of walking for a healthier heart. Walking just 2,000 extra steps a day reduce the incidence of heart attacks and stroke. People with impaired glucose tolerance can reduce their risk of cardiovascular disease by 8% simply by walking an additional 2,000 steps a day. Impaired glucose tolerance, a precursor to type 2 diabetes. Researchers saying 344 million people are currently affected, and this number is set to rise to 472 million by 2030. According to Navigator trial published in The Lancet. An extra 20 minutes of walking reduces the risk of heart attack and stroke by 8%. Dr. Thomas Yates, Leicester Diabetes Centre, in England. Analyzing the data collected from 9,306 adults who had it from 40 countries. People with impaired glucose tolerance have a greatly increased risk of cardiovascular disease. This is the first study to specifically quantify the walking behavior and the risk of heart disease, stroke, and cardiovascular-related deaths. The researchers noted the average number of steps each participant walked per day, as recorded by a pedometer for 1 year. They found that participants who had increased their exercise by walking an extra 2,000 steps each day had a 10% lower risk of cardiovascular disease. They also found that every 2,000 step increase or decrease in walking activity from that originally recorded was associated with an additional 8% lower or higher cardiovascular event rate. This is a novel evidence that changing physical activity levels by simply increasing the number of steps taken can substantially reduce the risk of heart attack and stroke. Importantly, these benefits are seen regardless of body weight status or the starting level of activity. The study notes that lifestyle changes provide the foundations for many diabetes prevention programs. And walking is known to be the most common and preferred choice of physical activity. This provides the strongest evidence for the importance of physical activity in high-risk populations. The main message to all diabetes and cardiovascular disease prevention programs worldwide. A fairly brisk 20-minute walk each day will greatly benefit your heart health and reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes. Thank you.